Just 3 minutes. The bell will go after 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, my second speaker summed it up for you. Alcohol advertising has doubled in the past 10 years. Consumption of alcohol per person has stayed the same. We think that shows you pretty clearly that there is not a clear link between advertising and binge drinking, and we do not think it is acceptable to take away rights like freedom of choice when you can't prove that link. The way the affirmative team have argued today suggests they don't want to ban alcohol advertising, they want to ban alcohol full stop. I have 2 questions for you at the end of this debate. Firstly, would banning advertising change the current problems we have with alcohol and tobacco? And secondly, would banning alcohol advertising infringe on rights unnecessarily? So this first idea of whether or not this is going to change the current problems. We've told you that we don't think there's a clear link between advertising and consumption of alcohol, because people always know that there's going to be alcohol out there. We think that the reason people advertise alcohol is to make those people who are currently consumers and who currently buy that alcohol to switch brands so that they get more of the market share and so that they make a profit from it. We don't think that the culture that surrounds binge drinking currently is going to be changed simply because we stop having these advertisements shown on television. We think that people know that alcohol is out there, and we think that people are going to continue to drink until we change the culture, not the advertising. So to the second idea, which is whether or not we would be unnecessarily infringing on people's rights were we to ban advertising. We've told you about both freedom of information and freedom of choice. We've told you that people need the right to make decisions on their own. We allow consumers to weigh up the pros and cons of decisions all the time, and then to decide what product is best for them and what they should be buying and how much of it they should be having. We think that we shouldn't infringe on this right unless there is a clear link that advertising is actually causing harm, and we don't think that that's been shown today. The main response we heard from the affirmative team was that no one complained when the tobacco advertising was banned, and so we don't think that there's going to be too much of a problem. We simply don't think that's the point. We think that we need to allow consumers to make their own decisions, as we've already discussed. And we don't think that just because no one complained, that justifies infringing on rights. We don't think we should ever violate people's rights unless they meet a clear threshold of harm. And we don't think the affirmative team today has proven to you that advertising does meet that threshold of harm, because we still don't think we see any real causal links between showing advertising on TV and people going out and buying and consuming more alcohol than they would otherwise. We think that this is shown clearly through the fact that alcohol brands that aren't advertised are still many of the brands that get purchased the most and used when people are drinking excessively. We think this is shown through the fact that we don't get more consumption of alcohol even when we get more advertisements about alcohol. And we think this is shown through the fact that we get a balance of information. For every ad out there which is suggesting that you buy one brand of alcohol, there'll be another 3 ads out there which are telling you that we should watch the way we're drinking and not go out and binge drink. So we think that for these reasons, and because there is still no clear link between drinking excessively and advertising, that the moot should fall.